So here we are in the new Nissan Micra, but this is a Micra unlike any Micra that has come before. You only have to look at the exterior styling. It doesn't look cute and cuddly and unthreatening anymore. It now looks, it actually verges on the aggressive almost from the outside. It's quite striking, quite a good looking car actually. In fact, I'm still slightly surprised that Nissan didn't change the name altogether. After all, there was a concept car that previewed this called the Sway, and I was convinced for quite a long time that Nissan really was going to make a break with the past. It might as well have done, because this is effectively unlike any other Micra. It's not only stylish on the outside, it's quite stylish in here too. This whole dashboard and instruments, and there's the flat bottom steering wheel, and this nice kind of textured material on the fascia. This is all quite groovy, quite nice, and it's reasonably well put together. Now I say reasonably well put together because you might just be able to hear it on the edge of the recording. There is a little persistent rattle coming from somewhere down here-ish. I'm not sure where. It's maybe not quite as well built as ultimately we'd like it to be. Although, to be fair to Nissan, Micras have always been amongst the most reliable of cars, so an interior rattle perhaps isn't so important as long as the gearbox doesn't fall out, which it hasn't yet, so I presume it won't. However, speaking of the transmission, speaking of the drivetrain, this is something of a lesser new Micra. Effectively, the new Micra is split into two distinct models. There is the 900cc turbo version, which is an absolute cracker. Sweet little engine, revs beautifully, lots of power, makes a nice noise, makes the Micra entertaining, genuinely entertaining to drive. This is the more basic, more affordable 1 litre Micra, and it's just not as good. It's not bad in terms of power and torque. It does pull the car along reasonably well. It even sounds okay-ish when you rev it hard, but at lower speeds when you're around town, it actually gets quite grumbly and a little bit unrefined, which is quite disappointing for a small petrol engine. And it just doesn't pull with the ultimate conviction of the turbocharged car. It does feel like a lesser car, certainly a less interesting car, and certainly less entertaining to drive. Yes, because that turbocharged version genuinely is quite entertaining to drive. It has nicely balanced steering, a reasonably well set up chassis, pliant ride quality. It's a decent machine. This is still fine, but it's less so, less interesting, less exciting, less engaging. Now, it's reasonably affordable. This is an SV model at €17,450. Now, this does have a couple of extras on it, mostly extra safety equipment, but you do get the nice touchscreen, you do get Apple CarPlay, you get air conditioning, you get a screeny thing here in between the instruments that acts as your trip computer. It's a good setup. It's well equipped. I don't know. When we drove the Micra for the first time earlier this year, it seemed like a really outstanding car. It seemed like, well, for a start, such a huge step forward over the old Micra and Micras of times past that you couldn't help but love it. You couldn't help but admire what Nissan had done. Here at home in the cold, harsh, slightly watery autumn sunshine, it's a little bit less impressive, and particularly when you put it up against new competition like the new Seat Ibiza, for example, like the new Ford Fiesta, like the incoming new Volkswagen Polo. These are all enormously impressive cars, and I think the Micra does okay against those, but doesn't overwhelm them, certainly doesn't get its nose in front of them, no matter how interestingly styled that nose might be. That said, this is still a very good car. It's light and simple and easy to drive, so the traditional Micra fan base won't necessarily be alienated as long as they can look past that new exterior styling. It's got a decent sized boot, and space in the back is okay, not brilliant. It's okay. It really could be a bit better, to be honest. So, it does represent a massive leap forward over the old Micra and the old Micras. It is a very good car, but it needs that turbocharged engine. This basic 1 litre is just not pleasant enough to be able to do the job, not to be able to pull in, I think, new customers to the Micra. The existing Micra fan base, they'll probably be happy enough with it, but if you want to get new customers into those Nissan dealerships, it's got to be the 1 litre they'll be going for.